Hi, bestie. I hope you are well. And if you are in Johannesburg, I hope you are keeping warm because it is extremely cold today. So, today in Zen, yeah. So, I'm going to talk about 10 soft healing questions for the moms who are still becoming, hoping that I relate to a mom or two out there and we can just be like a system for each other and know that we are doing better than we think and that everything is going to be okay. And that having kids is really a blessing that we should never take for granted. So let me start with question number one, which is, what is something your child said or did that reminded you you're doing better than you think? So for me, I feel like it's not something my child has said or did, but for me, I have noticed that with my kids, they are really generous with sharing their food, if they're eating, sharing their drink, if they're drinking something, and they're not stingy with compliments. If Kids will notice if you're wearing something new and they will tell you, wow, mommy, you look so great. And for me, it is those moments that just remind me that I am on the right track. And sometimes it is things that seem to be really ordinary, like when they are drawing pictures and then they show me and I can see how curious they are, how creative they are, how playful and mindful also they are of these moments. So with kids, they don't take things to heart that much. Even if you make a mistake and you shout at your kids, later you'll see that kid coming to you and running. You'll see that kid coming back to you, hugging you, kissing you, and telling you that they love you. And you will see that they have totally forgotten about what has happened earlier. I think even if a kid falls, they easily forget and they get on with their lives. So for me, it is in those moments where I see that my kids are just playful, they are happy, and sometimes it's not even the things that they say, but the way they giggle, the way they carefree. That is one thing that reminds me that I am on the right track and I am really blessed. Okay, question number two is, what's a mom and me ritual that secretly fills your cup too? For me, I don't have rituals with my kids, but if I go out or if I take them out for movies or playing, I feel like I'm also healing a part of me that was traumatized, a part of me that still needs to be reparented. If I go and watch a movie with my kids, I remember the last time I watched Wish with my daughter. I really enjoyed that movie. I even felt guilty that I thought I enjoyed the movie more than her. The other time I went with both my kids to watch Despicable Me, and I really had the best time of my life. So one thing about me is, if I go out with my kids, I make sure that I am in the moment and I will do the things that they're doing. If I go to Go Reef City with my kids, I am also going to do some rides with them. I allow my inner child to play, and I think being playful with your kids is one of the biggest things and the most healing things that you will do for your inner child. So allow yourself to be playful with your kids. And I think what made me to be like this is, I had in this interview that most kids really enjoy it when you play with them. And also with me, when I ask my kids what is one thing that they love doing with me, they always say that playing with them. So even if you feel like when you're playing with the kids you look silly, allow yourself to be silly and play with your kids. If you go to bounce, jump with your kids, they really love that, and those are memories that I feel like they will cherish for the rest of their lives. For me, when I remember my dad, who has passed away a long time ago now, the most moments that I cherish the most are the moments where he was playful with me, where we would chase each other, run, and he would let me win. Like, those moments are really precious for me. So allow your kids to play with you and let loose and heal your inner child by playing with your babies. And then question number 3 is, what's something motherhood taught you about yourself that surprised you? For me, I thought that I was this independent woman who has it all figured out, not knowing that I have so much trauma within me that needed healing. Honestly, the kids do not heal your traumas, but I think they highlight the parts of you that needs healing. They highlight the parts of you that you feel like are shadows. And for me, it was an aha moment where I look at my kid and I see a character that I don't like about myself, but that they have. And then I'm like, oh my God, I love my baby. I love my baby with all the imperfections. And I find that for me it was difficult to extend the same grace and the same love. So my kids have taught me to look myself in the mirror and love myself, because when I see that my kid is struggling with something that I used to struggle with, I don't shame my kids. I don't push them away. Instead, I embrace those parts. So seeing them grow and seeing my shadow parts in them is one of those bittersweet moments where you're like, oh my God, this is just a little baby. And it has reminded me as well that I am also a little baby inside. And I think being a mom has also taught me to cut my mom some slack, because I thought that parenting is easy. I think parenting will just humble you. It will allow you to forgive your parents and to know that they did the best that they can, and that you need to allow your parents to be parents and not think that your parents are superheroes, and know that they will make mistakes sometimes, and it is okay for a human being to make mistakes. And also, I think one thing that surprised me was just learning that also within my mom there is a little girl who needs love, who needs to be reparented. Just knowing that my mom is not perfect, and that there are parts of my mom that were also not healed, that have also ended up affecting me. And also knowing that even with that, it is a cycle that goes beyond even my mom. I remember this other time I did a meditation about healing my mother wound, and it was so emotional, because I had to also forgive my mom's mother. And I remember I loved her so much and I thought she was perfect, but the truth is no one is perfect. So when you are forgiving yourself, you need to remember to also forgive your mom, and you need to also remember to forgive her mom, because this is just a cycle. And then if there's something that your parents or your mom, if there's a way your mom has raised you that you did not like, you need to know that now it is your responsibility to break that chain. It is your responsibility to break that generational pattern and show up differently for your daughter or for your son, just for your kids in general. Okay. Oh, that one was a bit deep. What does your soft life look like as a mom? For me, I feel like when I'm sending my kids around, whether they're making me tea, or I'm sending my son to go buy me bread, or I'm sending my daughter to go fetch me a towel, that is amazing. I feel like my personal assistant is here to help me. And I remember growing up, I did not like making tea for my mom, and my mom loved tea. But now I feel like I'm in really my old mom era, because I love tea so much. I can even have 3 cups in one day. Let me know in the comment section below if you're also a tea addict. What's a soft mom flex you're owning right now? I think right now, I really love the ages that my kids are at. I am able to sleep throughout the night. I'm not gonna lie, guys. When your kids are still young, it's really difficult to sleep throughout the you up, or they get sick very often. But for me, right now, I'm in a stage where I'm really enjoying being a mom, because my kids are growing, they're playing with me, they're playing together. Life is just good, and I'm so grateful. I can just be grateful because I'm so grateful, and all the honor and the praise belongs to God. If your younger self saw you as a mom today, what would she say? I think for me, I've always loved being a mom. I wanted to be a mom even when I was a child. So I think she would be impressed that I am doing great, that I'm a great mom. I think I'm a great mom, guys, even if I have to blow my own horn. But like, I think my younger self will just be so proud of me that I am healing parts of me that were broken, that I'm loving myself, that I am allowing myself to be me, to be a good mom, to be there for my kids. Yeah, I think my younger self would be proud. What's your favorite part about the version of you that's healing while parenting? I think for me, it is knowing that I can be authentically myself, that I can be messy, I can be ugly, I can be anything that I am, but my kids still love me. They still accept me. I feel like when I am home, I get to be myself. I get to let loose. I get to be playful. I get to dance, even though my dance moves are horrible, and my kids think I am hilarious. So I love that. And what was the question? Oh my God, I don't think I know how to answer this question. The version of you that's healing while reparenting. So the version of me that is healing is I am able to accept myself. I'm able to love myself. I am able to know that I don't have to be perfect. I just have to show up for my kids, show up for myself, show up as the best version of myself, or the next best version of myself. I hope that I answered that clearly. What's one thing you're doing differently on purpose for your child's emotional well-being? I think one thing that I am doing differently is I love journaling. I love journaling so much. So on days where I have a disagreement with my kids or a fight, I love writing down what the fight was about, and then how did I deal with that. And then I ask myself, what does this fight remind me of? Because sometimes you fight and you snap at people because there is something that they triggered in you there, and sometimes it's not even about the child. Let's say, for example, your child lied to you, they didn't do their homework, and then I ask myself, why am I so mad about that? Is there someone in my life or in when I was a child who lied to me, and how did that make me feel? And then how can I heal from that? Sometimes you snap at people because they are the ones that are close to you. And for me, I remember when I was in my previous relationship, I used to shout at my kids sometimes, until I realized that I was shouting at them when I had a fight, or when I was suppressing an anger that I was going through that had nothing to do with my kids. So it's really important to heal yourself, to be mindful of why you do things, to just journal, to sit down with yourself and ask yourself the tough questions. Because for me, I noticed that the minute I was able to be aware that I tend to shout at my kids when I'm going through the most emotionally, I was aware, and then I started saying to them, you know what, guys, I'm not feeling well today, so I'm just gonna maybe go to gym, or I'm just gonna be in my room and watch something. So the minute I am able to be transparent with them and say that I'm not feeling okay today, I don't have to be specific and tell them why I'm not feeling okay, but just saying that I'm not feeling okay today allowed me to be authentic and to not shout at them, because I was dealing with the emotions that I was going through in those moments. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Oh, these questions are tough. What do you do when mom guilt shows up, and how do you remind yourself that you are enough? I used to have mom guilt so much until I started my healing journey. And one thing that I have learned in my healing journey that I always preach is that you cannot pour from an empty cup. So knowing that I have to fill my cup, I have to fill my cup first, has allowed me to stop having the mom guilt for good, because I know that by me going to the gym, or by me going for a solo date, or by me going out for a solo vacation, I am filling my cup first, so that when I show up for my kids, I show up as the best version of myself. So I started to remind myself that also when I am showing up for myself and loving myself, I am also teaching my kids that it is okay as a mom to take care of yourself first before you take care of your family. So I no longer have the mom guilt anymore. And for my friends that have the mom guilt, I always advise them that you don't have to do something as big as going for a solo vacation. What you can do is you can just say, okay, you know what, today I'm going to go and have dinner by myself at a nice restaurant. And then if I'm worried that, oh my god, I can't be enjoying this steak while my kids are at home eating pap, then you can pass by maybe McDonald's and buy the Happy Meals on the drive-thru on your way home, and that will help to lessen the mom guilt a bit. And start small by maybe just going for your massage. Start small by maybe doing your massage. Massage is going to take you about an hour to 2. That is not a long time for you to be away for your kids. And then the more you do that, you'll see that after that massage, you feel amazing. And when you feel amazing, your kids can sense it. I say with myself that when I am washing the dishes at home and I'm dancing, or when I'm cooking and dancing, my kids always come to me and they're like, Mom, can we help you? Because they can see the energy that I am not complaining about what I'm doing, but I'm enjoying it. And as a result, they will also want to come and join in and enjoy with me. Let me know in the comment section below if you are someone who struggles with mom guilt, and what is the one step that you're going to take to overcome that mom guilt. It is okay for you to spoil yourself. It is okay for you to buy that expensive perfume. You have done a lot as a mom, so it's important to reward yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Or you don't always have to buy a t-shirt for your kid when you have planned to go and buy a dress for yourself. Allow yourself to receive the love from yourself. Know that on this day I'm gonna go and buy things for my kids, and then on this day I'm gonna go and buy things for myself. I feel like a bit guilty. I feel guilty that I pour into myself sometimes because of the stigma around being a mom and how you always have to put everyone before you. But for me, I've learned the hard way that I have to fill myself first before I can show up as the best version for my kids. And I know that my kids are watching, and I think I'm setting a great example for them. I think now I'm gonna have the last question. The last question is, what's something you're looking forward to do together in the future now that you are healing? I think for me, I cannot wait. Okay, I can wait. I try to be mindful and be grateful of the moments that I am in right now, but I'm really looking forward to when my kids have grown, and then I can go out I can go with them for vacations. I love the family vacations, and being able to go with my kids for vacations, and then we can go maybe for boat cruise, we can go for dinners, and they'll be old enough at that stage to take care of themselves. I don't have to think, okay, now I have to put them to sleep. What are they gonna eat? Where they're responsible for themselves, but at the same time, we're spending time together as a family. I'm looking forward to those days. I cannot wait. And also, I think I'm just looking forward to seeing what my kids are going to turn out to be. Don't know if they're going to be doctors, they're going to be scientists, they're going to be YouTubers. I don't know. I'm just looking forward to that, and I pray and hope that my kids turn out all right. I pray that they're always healthy, and I hope that our future is really going to be amazing. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think, or what is your takeaway? Have a day as beautiful as you are. Thank you so much for your time and your energy. Until next time. And for you mummies, just know that you're doing the best that you can, and that is enough. And your kids love you so much, and so do I. Until next time, bye.